Hello everyone. We've spent a couple of videos away from the disturbing side of things, but today's video focuses on a very heavy and a very disturbing subject. Now, I didn't think that this one was going to be a very long one. I was completely wrong. I conducted a full investigation into this thing when I realised that things weren't quite adding up within the story that I was finding, and you'll quickly notice when things start to go south and the sort of investigation begins. Now, a new viral video has been circulating, especially on Facebook recently, with very little background story. Or so I thought. And I think it's important to again call this one out, as I would usually do with any other disgusting viral video. Now, I don't tend to use Facebook much anymore, and this particular video really seals the deal as to why I just don't use it quite as much as I do from years back. So before we begin, I will warn you guys that today's video explains the attempted murder of one young child and one toddler. Now, the video in question is something that we don't quite fully have the background on yet, or so I thought at first. However, the content within this video is extremely gruesome and disturbing, especially taking into consideration certain aspects of this video. We see alone on CCTV two young children. One of them is maybe 3 or 4 years old, and the other one maybe 7 or 8. They're both sitting on the couch watching TV as an overhead camera watches them in what is apparently a daycare centre somewhere in Blumenau in southern Brazil. We'll talk more about that in a very short while. There are also claims that this is an apartment building. Both of these claims make sense. Now, there's an obvious knock on the door, and from here things just go downhill really quickly. The younger girl of the two answers the door. At the door, there's a man who just so happens to be wielding an axe, like a full hatchet type axe. Now, apparently the man was meant to be the doorman for this building, and he was apparently fixing things outside when this situation happened. He starts to attack the younger of the two girls first, hitting her in the neck and body several times with this hatchet. The other girl, sitting on the couch, is still watching, and then he takes his attention off of the younger girl and heads towards the older girl, still sitting on the couch. Again, he hits the girl several times in the head and the body, while she stays on the couch. She manages to run off of the couch and escape through the door, where the younger girl is now sitting. There's sprays of blood on the floor, and it's apparent that the younger girl is bleeding quite badly. Now, while escaping, the man wielding the axe actually sort of twists or breaks his ankle as he's running after the girl, as she evades him from the couch. He's basically seen limping after her as she tries to escape. He runs out of the door to chase her, as the toddler sits there in her own blood, in which he then goes for her a few more times with the hatchet. And the blood-curdling screams of these two young children is just, it's horrific. The video ends, and the story of these two young children comes in differently through various social media sites. Some say that both girls survived the ordeal, yet in a critical condition. Some say the younger girl died, but the older girl survived. And some sources say that, unfortunately, both girls succumbed to their injuries. But it begs the question, where were the adults? Where were the guardians? Where were the very people who were meant to be watching these children, keeping them safe in this apparent daycare? Because on the camera footage, there doesn't seem to be any adults or any guardians knocking about anywhere. Now, I tried looking through Brazilian news sites in order to find something about this particular situation, but alas, there was nothing. I started off looking at big Brazilian news sites in order to find something, and then just sort of lowered my scope towards the city of Blumenau, and I ran into nothing but confusion. The murder of these two girls never seemed to be documented, despite this viral video making its rounds on social media. Now, I found several articles from the 5th of April 2023 and thought I was onto something. 25-year-old man had jumped a wall and killed 4 children within a nursery, injuring several others. Now, 3 boys and 1 girl were killed during this attack. The article says that there were around 40 children in this daycare during the attack, but in this video, the daycare in question looks very, very bare, and the man in the video looks well over 25, just from the way he moves. But surely after one attack in Blumenau, you'd have thought that there wouldn't be another so close to that time, considering the fact that shouldn't they really have had better security and safety measures in daycares to stop this happening again? I realised that this was 2 attacks in the span of 4 months, apparently in the same city, both including a man with an axe, which also brought up the question, is there more to this video than there seems to be? Was this video even from Blumenau, like these claims stated on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter? Because that's where this whole ordeal was apparently happening, and that's what people were claiming, and I know why. In my personal opinion, it seems like people were trying to tie together this particular video and this particular attack that happened on the 5th of April 2023 as a gateway for a story for a video that is completely untrue. It was then that I thought that this video wasn't filmed in Blumenau at all. I found a news site dedicated primarily to news within Blumenau, and trying to find this article gave me absolutely nothing at all from the time period that it apparently happened in. And to say that the population of Blumenau is just 350,000 people, you'd have thought that this particular thing would have at least hit Blumenau news, if not Brazilian international news. So unfortunately I went back to the video to look for even more clues, and then it hit me. This is something entirely different from the news article posted on the 5th of April 2023. This video was filmed on the 8th of July 2023, 3 months after this other axe murderer had committed his crime. It seemed very strange to me that an axe murderer, another axe murderer, was never documented in Blumenau, which begged that question again, was this even done in Blumenau? Or were the media trying to hide a vicious attack on 2 unsuspecting children, because both of these attacks happened in such a close, basically, space of time? Now, I decided to look up the term machadinha, which basically means hatchet in Portuguese, but again I got nothing related to the event that happened on the 8th of July 2023. I mean, yes, the attack again on the 5th of April 2023 turned up, but nothing to do with the date that we see on the CCTV camera footage. Now then, Brazil sets their date as day, month, year, which raises certain suspicions in relation to this date up here. This video is set as the date as year, month, day, as this video has been going around social media for well over a month. And then another crucial piece of evidence came up which just really hit home. This video isn't in Brazil. This video is Oriental text. This is Chinese. TikTok and other social media sources are saying that this occurred in Blumenau. They are wrong. They are incorrect. This video happened in China. And do China set their dates as year, month, day? Yes, they do. I searched up the term Chinese axe-wielding child murderer or something along the lines of that, and the article came up. All the misinformation that I saw regarding this viral video made to shock people, or shared to shock people rather, was over, and I could finally relax. This crime was committed by a man named Yan Mau Mau. The two children survived and were discharged from hospital a few days later, fortunately. This case is still undergoing investigation. You see, when you spread misinformation, this is the kind of thing that happens. I can understand why people would have thought that this occurred in Blumenau, given the short space of time between each crime being committed, the fact that the room looks like a daycare instead of a living room, and the fact that the video of the attack in Blumenau was recently released to the public, which by the way I won't be looking for any time soon, or any time at all, as a matter of fact. No children died in this particular case. Both children are fine and will go on to live happy and hopefully healthy lives. It doesn't obviously excuse the fact that this video is devastating to watch, given the sounds on the video and the things that are happening to two innocent children while their grandma was apparently going to see a courier downstairs about a package, I presume. Now I'll leave a link in the description to the Chinese article. It will need translating into English, however it doesn't make too much sense, but I suppose you can give it a go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an investigation into the video of the horrific axe-wielding murderer who attacked two children in an apartment building in China. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.